The mid-90s saw a burst of events all over the world. With new formats and increasing popularity, snowboarding became a household name, and with it came fame and fortune for the riders.
I'm going to give you a look at the big air competition, which also took place right here at Stratton Mountain.
The '96 US Open took some influence from the success of the Air&Style and had their first big air competition. It was a challenge for the competitors and a huge hit with the spectators. Inverts were the order of the day, with Peter Line leading the innovation.
I watched the development of tricks really accelerate from my generation to where it is now. When I got into it for '96, I believe it was a cab 9 was the height of the trick ability at that time. And maybe Jim Rippey backflip to fakie, which is sick and incredible. But that level was just the beginning.
The Air&Style was always a hotbed for trick progression, and in 1997, Jim Rippey didn't fail to please the 10,000 spectators.
I thought, you know what, this is the biggest moment of your competitive career, and if you don't land this right now, you're gonna hate yourself forever. You're gonna regret this for the rest of your life. That was definitely the highlight of my competitive snowboard career. It was a dream come true.
The popularity of extreme sports was massive, and in '97 the Winter X Games were born, with snowboarding at the top of the menu. Based in Big Bear, California, the slopestyle course had interesting dimensions, but the likes of Brian Iguchi and Jim Rippey were making the most of it. However, it was the young Norwegian Daniel Frank who took the medal haul, winning both the slopestyle and the halfpipe. The X Games were also responsible for putting women's snowboarding on the map.
There wasn't a market for girls. There was very few girls that were in the limelight back then, like Carabeth Burnside and Jana Mai, Shannon Dunn and Tina Bassett, and there's just very few girls.
I remember Shannon Dunn. She got, I think, the first pro model for girls, and it was huge. I mean, every girl wanted this board with like the sunflowers on there, and it was just amazing, And I think it helped for girls to feel like they had a place in the sport, not just trying to be part of something that the guys did.
I went to the first X Games. That was like the first event. I remember prize money got considerably larger.
Suddenly there were this equal prize money for men and women.
It was rad that people wanted to recognize women's snowboarding and give us as much as the guys. I was more than happy to be a part of that, for sure.
It was Barrett Christie who won the slopestyle and the big air, with Shannon Dunn taking the halfpipe win.
Competition's really fun, just to be with all the girls and the guys. I just like snowboarding, I guess.
In '98, snowboarding was accepted into the most prestigious sporting event in the world, but not without controversy, as Terje Harkinson, the world's #1 rider, boycotted on political grounds.
There's a lot of reasons why I didn't feel like we should do the Olympics. People who didn't really come from that industry, haven't done anything for it, used to hate us, and now they're gonna just steal kind of sport. For me, it was just like, I didn't understand it. I think my dad is the only guy who really wanted me to go, I think.
I knew the whole problem about FIS and ISF, but I didn't care. All I wanted to do is ride contests, and for me it was a big chance to go to the Olympics. Like, everyone told me, hey, just to be an Olympian it's one of a lifetime thing. I didn't realize what was happening. For me, it was just, okay, I just won my first big contest. How big it was, I did not know at that time. Time after had to show how big it was.
Sieht gut aus, oder?
I got injured a month before, and I couldn't train, and it was not even clear if I can come. To me, it was not only special because it was the first Olympics in snowboarding history, it was even more that I overcame all these challenges. After the Olympics, snowboarding suddenly was out there in mainstream media as well. But going on to the US Open and winning those in '98 and '99 was, I think, was even more special to me.
Back in Europe, the Air&Style was going from strength to strength, with 25,000 in attendance, and there was one young Austrian who was dominating the event.
The first time I won the Air&Style was in '99. I did a Cap 9 back then. Crowd was already huge. It was a 50-50 chance landing it, and well, I guess I just got lucky. It was a big surprise winning it again in 2000, and even a bigger surprise winning it a third time in 2001.
With 6 million snowboarders around the world, the sport was here to stay, with its own style, attitude, fashion and music attached. By the end of the century, new events like the Quick Cup, the X Trail in Japan, the Burton European Open, the SB Jam and the Vans Triple Crown were all popping up. With tricks getting bigger, the superpipe invented and jumps injected with steroids, the snowboarding to come was almost inconceivable. Check out the new millennium in episode 4.